Ukraine advances new civil code without same-sex protections. The Kyiv Independent reported the measure passed its first reading on April 28th by a 254-2 vote. More than 24 advocacy groups said the proposal contradicts European standards and Ukraine's commitments tied to its European Union accession process. The advocates warned the draft would prevent courts from recognizing same-sex family relationships and would block legal recognition of same-sex partnerships. The proposal would also invalidate marriages involving people who have changed their gender. The second reading of the proposed measure is a chance to fix all these concerns. Civil society organizations have already prepared detailed amendments and are calling for lawmakers to engage. Protests are planned across Ukraine on International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia on May 17th. What happens next will say a lot about the direction Ukraine chooses. Well, as someone who is a quarter Ukrainian, I am ashamed of my heritage right now.
Well, and the fact that this is what they're worried about when they're still in the middle of a war. I know we forgot to talk about the war that they're still in, but they're still in a war, people.
Very much.
So, like, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead. I was just going to say, to compliment what Rex was saying, I was thinking that they were going in a positive direction to escape the tyranny that Russia is trying to oppress them with.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I wonder if, this might be like shrewd, body politic, what they're doing. Maybe like the first draft of it didn't include LGBTQ plus people because they didn't want to be quote unquote seen as maybe radical, but knew that in the second drafting of it that they would start including some of these things. They're not going to be admitted into the European Union, if they don't align themselves with the union's stance on, human rights for all. So I doubt that this is really going to be the final, period or exclamation mark on this law. It is upsetting. Obviously, I also think that there are shrewd politicians. I was there back in 2012, and I got to meet some very high-level people. I won't say who, but I met some people in their Congress or what legislative body, and those people, they're shrewd operators. And so I have to think that there's something behind the scenes